Sorta Ridiculous is sponsored in part by Drunken Cobra. Drunken Cobra is a diverse, inclusive neighborhood pub in East Tosa. It offers year-round weekly events like karaoke, music performances, and stand-up comedy. Drunken Cobra is located at 6818 West North Avenue. Drunken Cobra, obey the snake. I forgot Wilson today. Wilson! All right, folks. Ready for another episode of Sorta Ridiculous.com. Smash the button. Smash the button. Wait, 2 times now, y'all. Cha-cha, real smooth. Do. Rest in peace. All right. So, no, like every wedding that I've gone to, that song has been played at various lengths. It's like towards like the bottom of the list now at black weddings because there's so many more awesome and random ass line dances. Right. All right, folks. So with me today we have Jamie Jackson, who's been on here. I think this is your 3rd time now.
Oh, yep.
You were here for jamming. And with Secondhand Souls, jamming.
Hello, Lynn. Sorta Ridiculous. What's up? Glad to be in the building.
Oh, yeah. And today, folks, we have a special guest. Really cool guest. He's looking around like, but yeah.
Who's this guy?
So this guy is so clutch that so I hosted and produced my first comedy show this past weekend, which went very well. But the day before, my headliner had to drop out because he had flu-like symptoms.
That sounds like COVID to me.
Yeah, he said exactly.
Stay at
I
home.
was like, no, we don't need that. No, definitely don't need that. But this guy was able to come in the clutch. We're like, yeah, all right, available. Let's do this. So, in the house with us tonight, we have the comedian D-Rock.
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing? What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me.
Oh, it is all good. Thanks for being available. And
anytime.
being a Steelers fan.
All day, every day. The
All
Steel
day.
Curtain is current.
How about
That's
them
right.
Steelers, man? They're 4-2.
Say it again, please.
4-2.
Say it,
Who would've
4
thought
and
that?
2.
I'm a Packers fan. I can't believe that. That's nuts.
Sorry for you right now.
It's all good. And I have nothing against the Packers, not even that Super Bowl. We doing our thing.
For sure.
Yeah. You liking Kenny Pickett, though?
Listen, man, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yes.
Right? He's doing what he's supposed to do. I'm just proud that we're out here playing, man. Last year, I don't know if anybody knows, last year we was 5-0 at this time. So a lot of people didn't know that. But, I mean, it wasn't the year before. I don't know. I skipped the year. I don't know. But, I mean, we got a pretty good team, man. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl, but we're not 0-6, I tell you that.
Right.
Yeah, we're not being mauled.
That's right.
That's right. Man. Y'all got a really good defense. So.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Known for defense.
Oh, for sure. Like I said, it's still curtain.
Yes.
All right, folks. So, since you were a new guest, D-Rock,
Yes.
we have 3 questions for you.
Okay.
So answer these questions 3.
All right. So,
I was like, who said that? That was really good.
so, question 1.
Uh-huh.
What is something sort of ridiculous about you?
Oh, man. I am actually interesting to some and boring to others.
How do you mean?
When I'm on stage, I'm actually interesting, I guess.
Oh, so when you're off stage, you just like...
I'm boring.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I'm boring, dude. I am the most boringest guy. I rather just sit at home and do nothing. I'm just that person. I'm really not that exciting that people think you are when you're a performer. Mm-hmm. I just come off stage and I rather just chill.
No,
So yeah,
I feel you on that. How I describe it is being the epitome of look at me, don't look at me.
Right.
So on stage, there's all the energy.
Right.
But generally speaking, if I'm not doing a show, I'm at home, like playing video games or chilling because
Yep.
I don't feel like there's anything else out there. Fortunately, my work life is also like nightlife in a sense. So yeah, very fortunate to not have to do anything else throughout the week.
I mean, it's crazy. I love performing. I love performing any and everywhere. Love performing. I don't mind making a living doing what I do. That's comedy. But I don't want the celebrity.
I
don't want
feel
the
you.
celebrity. I
feel
don't
you.
mind. You know, if I'm eating and somebody recognizes me, hey, how you doing? Whatever. Let's take a picture. Blah blah blah. And I'm not standoffish or nothing like that. But I don't want the Kevin Hart or
no, you want to keep your
Jamie
anonymity,
Foxx.
right?
Yeah, I don't want people chasing me down the street and like, oh, there he is. Hey, calm down. It's okay.
Right,
I'm,
right.
I'm going to work in the morning.
So you feel very comfortable with where you're at.
Oh
with
yeah,
your-
for sure. I'm comfortable who I am and what I do. You know, I don't like I said, I can do without the celebrity. I've seen celebrities take it to the head. I've seen fans take it to the head, and it's really not all that. I feel that the most famous people that I dealt with was my teachers when we were in school.
Yeah.
You remember how you see your teacher somewhere else other than school?
Yeah.
Like, what is she doing in the grocery store?
Yeah, he's supposed to be in class right now.
It's like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't, can I take a picture with you? It was like, oh, don't talk to my mom or don't talk to my dad.
Right.
So that was the most celebrity I've seen people. but nowadays you see somebody that you might have recognized on a public access show or you might have seen them on Tubi.
Hey.
And
Shameless
and then they right and then they actually just kind of treat you different or special, and I feel everybody's special in a certain sense.
Yeah.
You know, depends on what you do, you know, and if you're doing it the right way. So I can do without the celebrity, but I love being on stage, love performing, man. Love it to the end of the day I die.
No,
Seriously.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
Yeah, you said that teacher in the grocery store, and I got PTSD. Like, my mom.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, but those was back in my day. Those were the celebrities, you know. Especially like if you've seen a teacher you really like. Shout out to Miss Bridgman. She was the most prettiest teacher I ever had. Miss Bridgman. Her brother-in-law was Junior Bridgman, who owned the Wendy's and played for the Milwaukee Bucks. And they ended up coming to my middle school to honor us because we did something special back in the day or whatever. And she asked them to come to our school. And Cindy Moncrief walked in, Junior Brisbane walked in,
What?
Randy Brewer. Look, I'm talking
outta
now, these
here.
are old school people, man.
No, yeah. No. So people
The
that listen
real-
to this know
They
OG.
know exactly. The OGs came in, and Super Sid came in, man, and took a picture with me. And I told him I worked in his car wash when he was in Little Rock, and not his car wash, his car lot washing cars, in Little Rock. And he acted like he knew me. I mean, it was just those were the celebrities back in the day. And nowadays, anybody's a celebrity because you know you're on TikTok or you're on blah blah or you're on Tubi. But anyway, it gets to the point. It gets to the point where it's like, okay, everybody's celebrity, yeah, right, you know. But you got to
Right.
be special in order to really be a celebrity, quote unquote.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
That's really refreshing too, because it kind of gets exhausting with the
Yeah.
comedics. The comedians, they'll get off stage and they're just on all
Yep.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You meet those, and then you get some that you know are not. But anyway,
Right.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, question 2.
Question 2.
What is something sort of ridiculous to you?
Prostitution. I don't know. What is ridiculous to me? Racism.
Yeah.
Racism.
What's
It's very awkward for me to see people treated different because of the pigmentation of their skin.
right?
Traveling the world, you run into people and you think they are a certain culture, and then they speak and they're from England, or they're from London, or they're from Africa,
Yeah.
and we treat people different simply because of their color of their skin. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, what do you call it? I don't want to say what do you call it?
It's sort of ridiculous.
Sort of ridiculous.
Yes, it is. No, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, if everybody's different, everybody. I don't care if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, Jamaican. I don't care what you are. Right? Everybody's different. So why do we treat people different because of their color of their skin?
I know, it's so trivial. It's
Right.
so trivial. It's like who?
It's really weird. It's really weird. And then you'll get people and they'll say, "Oh, you talk white." What do you mean I talk white?
I get that
I don't
all the
understand
freaking
that.
time.
I don't understand what is talking white. Is talking white proper?
Yeah.
You know, and then some people tell the Caucasian, "Oh, you're talking ghetto." what is ghetto and proper? Like what like to me? So that's ridiculous to me.
No, I definitely agree.
Do you feel like? Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Is that like more of like an American thing, or like when you're out in these other countries? Is that something that's like less and less?
It is, but and I don't want to say it's a Midwest thing. I love Milwaukee, man. I love me some Milwaukee, dude. I love me some Milwaukee, but it's so segregated. It is so segregated, and it's sickening sometimes to see people. Because like I say, when I'm on stage, I do a lot of talking, But when I'm off stage, I try to listen. And that's a real hard thing to do. So when you're sitting there listening to people and you see how people treat each other, it's like, you know what? I'd rather not be here right now. Or I'd rather be somewhere else. But then you go somewhere else and you're like, oh, it's not like this everywhere. It feels a little better that the world is not contaminated with racism. And I say contaminated because it is, so very ridiculous.
It's definitely refreshing to find like a place with a nice vibe, and it's, the pigment of your skin means
like seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Dave Chappelle last week, Tuesday.
Yeah, shout out to Dave.
And there was no racism there.
Yeah.
I was at the Milwaukee Bucks when they Bucks and 6. I was at the Bucks and 6. It was no racism there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And so when you get those moments, it's like I don't want to leave. Like seriously, when we won the championship, I have a picture of it. We won the championship. This Caucasian guy turns to me and he hugs me, and I'm looking like, wait a minute, where's my wallet? I'm like, why did he hug me? You know what I'm saying? But I realized that he hugged me because everybody felt the love that the Bucks brought us together at least one time for that amount of time, and that just feels good to me. Seriously, that people can treat each other just good just because, a smile goes a long way, and a frown will stop you in your tracks. But we'll talk about that another time.
Right. That's a whole nother episode.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, so question 3.
Question 3.
What is something sort of ridiculous that has happened to you?
Oh, man. I should have known this was coming, right?
Here we go.
Oh, man, dude.
You work at MPS, so
I don't even want to talk about that. I'm just gonna keep it on the comedy set, man. Meeting people and knowing you're funny and you don't get a call back because you're quote unquote too funny.
What? Get out of here.
Come on, dude. Happens all the time.
Haters?
Happens all the time. I don't even look at it like a hater. I stopped looking at it like a hater.
Okay,
a hater is actually worse. So let me give you a scenario.
Please.
So I was in Los Angeles, California. Friend of mine, I can mention his name because he's a great guy, D. Ray Davis. And D. Ray Davis asked me to go. Well, I asked D. Ray Davis, can I go up to do some comedy? And he was like, yep, got you. And you're scheduled to do 5 minutes. When you see that light in the back, come on, you stop talking. You give your, I'm D-Rock from Tubi and out of there. It's right away. So this was years and years ago. So I'm on stage doing a great job. People are laughing. And I say I'm doing a great job because when you're on stage doing comedy and people are laughing, guess what? You're doing your job.
Good job. Yes.
So I'm not being cocky, but the people are laughing. They're having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. Everything's good. Didn't want to. I do not like competitions. I can't stand competitions. I was just doing some time, and then I did my 5 minutes. I came down, and then a very popular comedian that I'd rather not say his name came up and said, "Hey man, good set, but why are you up here at amateur night?
What?
Like you're not supposed to be here. Like you took somebody time." I was like, "I'm sorry, you going up?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, are you an amateur?" And he was like,
"Get on."
No. But it's my night. But I'm open. And I said, "Dude," I said, "save that for somebody that don't know better."
Right.
I said, "You can say anything about me you want to. If you heard those people laughing, I should get a call back."
100.
And that comedian,
sure.
till this day, has tampered my career.
What?
Every time he sees me, that comedian that's very, very popular, I'd rather not say his name because I don't want to give him the clout.
No, we went till we're off the air.
Yeah, I don't want to give him the clout.
Yeah.
But that comedian definitely, and he knows me personally. When he sees me, he gives me that look of there he is again type of thing.
What?
And I can't be avoided. That's the other thing. It's like when I get booked for shows, I'm pretty sure he didn't see me on the flyer or the rundown. I'm pretty sure he didn't. And it's been amazing that every time I see him, it's fake love. That Drake.
Hollywood love.
That Drake. He give you that fake love. He give you that fake love. He look at you like, you still funny. You still doing it? I'm like, yep. And not because of you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you would have put me on the show, I've probably been doing, bigger and better things. But I'm doing what was destined for me, and I don't look backwards. I look forward. I put on the blinders, and I do what I need to do. Period.
That's what's up.
Big show, little show, whatever it is.
And you do that by keeping a smile on your
Keeping
face.
a smile on my face, man.
So tell us a bit about that. Tell us about that.
Keep a smile on your face came from actually my dad. My dad, may he rest in peace, may he continue to rest in peace, used to give us spankings. We used to get whoopings. Okay. And after we get a whooping, my dad said, stand there and smile. And that was the most silliest, craziest thing I ever heard in my life. This is a true story. You can ask all my siblings.
Wait, after or during?
After.
Okay.
After. Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
He beat that donkey. Can I say Can I say?
Yeah, you can say ass.
He beat that ass. And then after he beat that ass, he's like, now stand there and smile. We like, the most dumbest look on our face. So when I became grown, he started asking me, different questions about, seeing if I kind of took in some of the things that he was saying, because you never know until you ask your child later on in life, did you know why I did that? Did you know why I did that? And I did. I was like, why did you do that? He was like, because you can always smile. If you can always smile, people never know what you're thinking. And you keep that to yourself.
Word.
So that's something that I just started saying. It's like, dude, you got to keep a smile on your face. You got to keep a smile on your face. I don't care what it is. You can just got fired from your job and you just standing there smiling. Nowadays, they'll be like, security, come get him, because he's still smiling. And I just fired him from his job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you keep a smile on your face, people never know what you're thinking. People never know what you're going through. And again, who cares? Nobody really, really cares on how you feel. So don't show them how you feel. Just keep a smile on your face.
I dig that. Very much so. And it makes a cool acronym as well.
Oh, of course.
Case off?
Crazy? A lot of people ask me, hey, how do you pronounce your last name? I'm like, what are you talking about?
I thought it was your first name.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, first of all, my name is not D-Rock. My mom didn't name me that. And it comes from my middle name. And you got to go to my website if you want to find that out. Anyway, my middle name, I took that out, and then that's the first initial, which is Deshaun. I'll tell you that part. Mm-hmm. And then I took Little Rock from where I'm from. I dropped the little because ain't nothing little about me, right? Hey. So I took D-Rock, and that's how I represent where I'm from in my middle name.
That's what's
KASOYF is keep a smile on your face.com. That's where that comes from. So when people book me, my LLC is under D-Rock, KASOYF. So people call and say, yes, can I speak to D-Rock Kassoff? Like, well, it's not Kassoff. It's an acronym of keep a smile on your face. But go ahead, sir. And some people think I'm, Arabian, they'll call me Russian. I Kassoff. And like, yes, buddy. How can I help you, buddy? So, but that's what it is. It's keep a smile on your face. And it is a cool acronym. A lot of people use it.
I like that. I really thought that was your first name.
A lot of people call me that. Yeah.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
Not long enough, man.
Yeah,
not long enough. Too long. So this is my little insight on doing comedy. I can't tell you a date. The reason why is because I feel like I've been doing it my whole life, right? Mm-hmm. But if I do tell you a date and I say that I saved 20 years, it look like I'm a failure. Okay, so I don't say that. The reason why is because if you do one show a year for 5 years, dude, that makes you a comic for 5 years. Like you play the bass, right? Yeah. What if you play the bass one time in a year? Have you been playing the bass for 3 years straight? See what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So I never say I've been doing comedy for this amount of years. Okay. I'm over 1,000 shows.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, but that's not a lot.
It isn't?
No.
I haven't even made it to like a quarter of that.
1,000 shows is not a lot. If you do 10 shows a month,
oh, yeah.
see?
Okay. Yeah.
Which
makes sense now.
Which you really can't do 10 shows a month because it's only 4 weekends.
Well, people do like...
They do the improv, and they'll do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but they'll count each show. So it's 2 shows.
Oh,
you got 2 shows Friday, 2 shows. So that's why I say I'm over 1,000 shows.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so doing comedy long enough, but not long enough that everybody don't know me yet. So I'm seasoned. I'm doing what I'm doing.
All
I'm
right.
loving it too.
Where would you say was like your favorite place to perform at?
Man, don't do that. So
Top 3
hey,
places.
man. Oh my goodness. So the most favorite time that I had was on the Riverside Theater stage.
Nice.
I opened up for what was the guy? The Isley Brothers. Yeah, I opened up for the Isley Brothers, and it was for the sick George Wallace.
Oh,
George Wallace was sick.
yeah.
He called into the radio station and he did the interview, and he he's still living. He's doing his thing, and he was sick. And I got a call from the radio station. A friend of mine called that worked at the radio station. Shouts out to the one and only D-Bo from 1290. He was at 1290, I think, at the time. And he called me. He said, D-Rock, you ready, man? I said, what? He said, I got something at the Riverside for you. And I was like, okay. And I go down and I'm doing my time on stage, and they was wrapping me up, but they was doing this.
Yeah.
And with doing this it means keep going. Next thing I do, I see a light. No, but I had a good time.
Yeah.
And they was like, where's George Wallace? I said, George Wallace who? And everybody fell out laughing. And that was one of my favorite times on stage. You said give you 3. The second time I actually got called for, I had just went through a house fire, was going through a divorce, just went through a house fire. Got a call 2 weeks later from a friend of mine and asked me did I want to go on a cruise to do comedy. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm there. How do I get there? Let me back up. He called and he asked me, and I was like, yeah, right. Click, and I hung up the phone. I had just went through a house fire.
Yeah.
So I knew somebody was actually pranking. I thought somebody was pranking.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So he called back. He was like, dude, this is Damon. I was like, I know. What's up, Damon? How you doing? Who was the start of my career? Damon Williams. If y'all haven't seen him, very funny guy. Damon Williams from Chicago, Illinois. He is one of the co-owners of Riddles. Make sure you get out to Chicago and check him out. Damon Williams. That's my brother. He called me and he called me back. He said, man, why you hang up on dude? I was like, hang up on dude? What he talking about a cruise? Come on, man. Ain't nobody gonna pick me from no cruise. He's like, no, he's trying to book you for the cruise.
Oh.
I was like, okay, tell him to call back. I'm sorry. So he calls back. I go on this cruise. I had the most wonderful time on this cruise.
Yeah.
Found out it was a competition.
What?
It was a competition. Now, I didn't curse the entire show because you wasn't supposed to. The guy that won cursed. So I felt I was cheated. But I was on a 4-day cruise, and I had the most greatest time ever. And then met one of the people that put me on stage the first time, and that was Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh.
Walked backstage, Cedric said, D-Rock, what you doing here? I said, man, I'm on a competition cruise. He said, what? I said, yeah, the only thing difference between me and you, they paying you, but they let me ride for free. And he started laughing. We took a couple pictures and then went about my business. So, yep. So that was it. And then being on tour with Cedric and some of the other cats, Cedric and Ricky Smiley, and all those shows were really great.
I bet.
I can't even I'll put all of those in category 3. So yeah, that always a good time being on stage with those guys.
No,
Yep.
that's
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay. Whenever I
Yeah.
think Cedric the Entertainer, I think about the part of the set in Kings of Comedy when he does the Matrix thing.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
how did they make that happen live? And I was like, oh, wait,
It wasn't live.
visual effects. Yeah,
Right, visual effect. Yeah, Spike Lee made it happen. Man. I love that.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
love that.
who inspired you to start? No, what made you start doing comedy?
So Damon Williams, he was on stage at a spot down on the east side. It was called Saturdays. I think it was called Saturdays. Owned by Eric Folks, who's still a business owner doing his thing. Shouts out to Coaches. Oh my goodness, he gonna kill me. Coaches Soul Food Restaurant downtown. So he was doing a comedy night, and I went and I'm watching Damon on stage, and I'm like, ha, you look like George Jefferson. And he's like, all right, man, cool. And then he goes, there's another joke. And I was like, ha, I'm funnier than you. I'm just yelling out stuff.
Oh,
Not
man.
knowing I'm heckling. Now I know it as heckling.
Yeah.
I didn't know then. So after Damon gets off stage, he could have came up to me and been like, dude, that was rude, blah, blah, blah. He didn't. He came up, he said, hey, man, you want to get into comedy? And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, don't ever do that again. He was like, this is what you do. You get 3 to 5 minutes. I'll put you on stage. If you do good here, I'll take you to Chicago at a place called All Jokes Aside. I was like, okay, cool. Down on Wabash, downtown Chicago. Went down, did good here in Milwaukee. Went down to Chicago a couple weeks later. Drove down by myself, get down on Wabash. I started seeing Adele Givens. I started seeing all these famous comedians that I just seen on Def Jam because Def Jam was really popular.
Right.
I seen all these comedians. I'm like, hey, that's such and such. Hey, that's Joe Torre. Hey, that's such and such. That's, I'm just putting all these names. Hey, that's Corey Holcomb. That's blah, blah, blah. I'm just putting all these names together because I know who these people are. Follow their careers back then before the internet. I get on stage and I freeze.
Oh no.
I freeze up because this is Chicago audience. You got 40 seconds. You got 40 seconds to hit or miss.
What?
And it was strike 1, strike 2, boo, get off stage.
Whoa.
So that motivated me to come home and say, look, if I'm going to do this, I got to study.
Yeah.
So I start studying. I start studying the 5 top comedians. I started studying comedians that curse, comedians that don't curse, comedians that take stage, comedian actors. I started doing my research. And when I did my research, when I went back to Chicago, they was ready for me and I was ready for them.
Great.
So, yep, that was my inspiration. Damon Williams in Chicago. Again, it was All Jokes Aside. Yep, down
All
on
jokes
Wabash.
aside.
Yep.
Dang. All right. So, who are like your top 3 favorite comedians?
Man, I hate doing this.
Or 5? I don't know.
Dead or alive. Dead or alive.
Both.
Both. Dead and alive. So, I have to give it up to Michael Collier. Okay. A lot of people don't know who that is. Michael Collier was a comedian that actually did his sets in California. And after he did his sets in California, he won $10,000 on Star Search or something like that, gave most of the money back to the homeless because he ended up being homeless. That's one of my top 5. I also have to give it up for the one and only Bernie Mac.
Yes.
Bernie Mac is one of the best comedians that I've ever seen on and off the stage. Because first of all, when he talk to you, he look you dead in your face when he talk to you. He make you realize that you better be on your game. Don't be stepping back trying to do nothing stupid. I love me some Bernie Mac. Love me some Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is one of the comedians that I always put above all of them because he's a triple threat every time. Singing, acting, and can make you laugh. Love me some Jamie Foxx. I'm gonna get in trouble. You said 3. That was 3. Love me some Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And I got to give a big shout out to my little coworker. I call him little coworker because he's smaller than me. Kevin Hart, one of the hardest working men in the business. I call him a baby though because I'm taller than he is.
Yeah.
So love me some Kevin Hart. Yep. And I can go on and on too.
Oh no, that was 5 there. No,
Yep.
that's what's up.
That's my peoples.
So if you guys don't know, D-Rock has a special on Tubi called Don't Ban Me.
Don't ban me. Go
Don't
check it
ban
out.
me.
Go look at it, man. Tell me if you like it. If you don't like it, watch it again. Make sure. And if you don't like it, just watch it one more time.
Yeah, just one more time.
And then if you do like it, watch it again. And then tell you what, when you get ready to go to work or you get ready to go to school and you don't want people to break in your house, put me on, turn it up. People won't come in your house. Okay, so just I need those views. Don't ban me on Tubi.
All right. So with that being said, folks, this has been another episode of Sorta Ridiculous.
Thanks for having me, man.
Smash the button. Smash the button. 2 times now, y'all. All right. I'm Darren.
I'm Jamie.
I'm D-Rock, y'all. Check me out on Tubi.
That's right. Thanks for coming, bro. Greatly
Thanks for having me, man.
appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right.
Thank
We'll
you.
catch you guys next week.
Peace.